Hi there, this is Kathy Crow. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here with me at the Crow Cottage. It is pretty nice outside, although I see a bunch of clouds out there. It was really nice earlier and now I see some clouds, but it's supposed to be getting better. And I think they said it was going to be in the 70s on Wednesday. I'm so excited because I'll be able to actually ride my bike. And I think it's going to be getting to be spring. I feel like this last cold snap is kind of going. It wasn't as cold as it probably was as cold. And we were supposed to get snow. We really didn't. We had some snowflakes come down, but they didn't really do anything or stay. So that was good. I am so ready for winter to be done and to be able to get out there and get some flowers going. And today, instead of doing Rockstar like I intended to and do maybe an extra card or two to supplement what you found in the newsletter this morning, I couldn't resist getting out this Simply Zinnias. Now this is an online only exclusive, and this is actually not even available to you yet. This is for demonstrators only in their pre-order. So we get to order these things a month earlier than everybody else so that we can make some stuff to show you and figure out some of the basics of how it all works really well, because some things work easier together than others. And I loved this one so much that I just couldn't wait to show it. So this is what I'm working on today, but this is going to be a simple project because I mainly just want to show you the paper. It's really, really pretty. As you know, if you've been looking at Pinterest and all those other places where people have been doing things, you've seen how gorgeous the paper is. And I've got these 2 sheets that are left that I have cut up for today's projects are what's left over from my little bags, because I made some bags. But anyway, I am not sure what else I had to tell anyone. It's basically that you only have a week and a half, maybe not even quite that much of about a week and a half left of Celebration. Celebration is when you get free things for every $50 you spend, and there's a lot of really nice things in there. And if you spend $100, you get 2 $50 items, or you get one specially nice thing that you can get for free that would normally probably cost you between $30 and $40. So it's a good time to stock up on some stuff, but the better deal is actually to just join my team, join Stampin' Up, and you get discounts on all of your products from then on. And right now there's a special join offer. And when you see what I've got down here, this is our glass mat. Now I think I heard somebody say something about the glass mat, I don't know if it was available like, what were they having supply issues with this glass mat? I'm not sure. I know I'm kind of tipping things a little bit here and there, and I'm trying to see what you see. I do have at the top here, you can see this is my new website. I finally went ahead and did a new thing so you can see what my actual website is. But if you were to Google it, I'm sure you would be able to find it. And that website is hard for me to keep up to date. I actually can keep up to date pretty well, but keeping up my website has been very, very challenging. So I hope you can forgive me for that. And then over here is what I'm gonna be assembling these today. This is our stamp set. You can see these cute little bunnies because and so this is the glass mat. If it comes in and is available, it should be available for new demonstrators. That's one of the special join order things, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. There are other glass mats on the market. I have one hidden underneath here, and it's very nice. I thought I turned my sound off over here, but I thought I heard myself yammering over there. Anyway, then also, let me see if I can do this. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I do. I did not get the sound off. I can hear myself, and I hate that. So let me There, now I'm actually off. I put my little codes over here. So this is, if you want to shop with me, for every $50 you spend, not only are you going to get your freebies from Celebration right now, but I keep track of it. And for every $50, you get one of my little, I have a little punch, or not a punch, actually. It's, I can't find my old crow stamp. I have a better crow stamp, but I have a little card that I keep for you guys. And then I stamp, this says Kathy Crow's cards on it, really tiny right there. And I stamp it. For every $50 you spend, I stamp that. And when you get 10 of those, I give you a $50 shopping spree at Stampin' Up. And so that actually adds up quite a bit. So I know I'm still playing with this. It's because it's really hard for me to figure out exactly everything you see. And I want to make sure I've got it in. And I think it's in as good as it's going to get. And then also, I keep messing with it. This is my store. I don't think I have very up-to-date stuff in the store right now, but I do have classes and things in there. My newsletter, you can sign up for my newsletter. If you use that QR code, it is not going to charge you. Because if I have people come to my store and order my newsletter, there is a $1 fee just for processing that you don't have to have if you just use this. You don't even have that processing fee if you go to this QR code. You can also click on any of my Pinterest things and it'll show up there too. All right, so today it is going to be a super easy day for you and for me. We're going to have a lot of fun just looking at my Simply Zinnia stuff and creating some super easy, fun cards. It's nice to be able to make some really easy things because, especially with this cheery paper, it's just fun. Now, I have seen a ton of people cutting these out, and I'm going to peek in here and see if the dies, I haven't even checked this out because I actually really liked these dies, and that's what we're using today. But I wanted to see, do these really cut out? Because I don't think they do. They cut out the Zenia stamp, but this is fussy cutting, what you're seeing people having done. I'm not doing that. This paper is so pretty. You can see I did cut out a couple, but not many. I probably did that for some other card. I love the back of this paper, too. It's so gorgeous. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's even better. Every sheet is just, I used to not like zinnias so much because I thought they would get mildew. The first ones I planted, they got mildewed on the leaves pretty early in the summer. And they were so tall. But there are so many new zinnias out there. Now you've got some just zinnia leaves if you want that. This would go good with our jungle pals right now. That's the same sheet. Now the other sheet, which is what I'm using today, I only have the last bits because I've made some little bags from it. And I didn't want to and so we'll talk about this and work on this later. I'm going to just put that over here for now. Right now, I'm just going to assemble these. You're going to see all kinds of cards that I've got all ready to go. I took the ends, I made the bags out of this paper, and it comes in a big sheet. So I made 2 big bags out of that. And but I don't have them anymore. They're tucked away actually, but I could not get rid of these. These are the ends because I only needed, if you go to my old video that shows the bag instructions, I've made those bags a few times, so it wouldn't be hard for you to find. But anyway, I made those bags, and then I decided I am not getting rid of this cardstock. It is just too beautiful. So instead of getting rid of it, we today are going to assemble cards And this way you can see that when you have a bunch of stuff left over, you don't have to get rid of it. Just cut some nice matte colors that are going to match up what you've got. So this color that I'm using underneath this Simply Zinnia is, you know what, I'm not really sure what I used. I should find out because I'm going to need with the ink to figure that out. And I'm thinking it's polished pink, but now I'm not so sure. It's Melon Mambo, that's what it is. It's Melon Mambo. Now, this yellow underneath is not yellow. This is a retired one that I am not giving up. How about you? This is Mango Melody. And so that one is a retired color, actually. And I'm terribly sorry. But it goes really well with these zinnias. You know, zinnias, I think, have gotten a bad rap from people because they had such garish colors and they tended to be orange and yellow, like marigolds. But, you know, that's not fair because there are cactus zinnias. There's these kind of dahlia-like zinnias. And now they have developed things called, they're a Zahara. I don't know if you're big into zinnias, but there's a Zahara line of zinnias. Or are they also called Profusion? I don't really remember. But, oh man, they are beautiful flowers. They flower constantly all summer long. You can have them in not too shady of a spot, but they'll even take a tiny bit of shade and still flower good. Not too much, just a tiny bit. But in the sun, you know, you can't go wrong. So we're going to put some of these. They're all going to have this basic design because I just wanted to use this cardstock because I just thought it was so beautiful, this DSP. And then I assembled the flowers. So we've got the same colors as the matte. And this, I think this is Berry Burst. Let me look here really quick to see what this is. Yeah, it is Berry Burst. So we have Mango Melody, our Berry Burst, and what did I say that was? I've forgotten already. And then there's the center, Mango Melody, and then another Berry Burst. I forgot already. Melon Mambo, that's what it is, Melon Mambo. It's so hard for me to remember. And I will assemble those flowers after I get these other things done. I just wanted to do this first. And I played with the different layers to see how many different colors, you know, you wanted to do. And I wanted these all to match this. There's a pale pink in here too, in this DSP. I mean, if you're a green fan, you might wanted to have used this green as your matte. But for me, zinnias also are a great thing to do with fiesta type stuff. So if you're going to be doing any fiesta, taco fiesta kind of thing, these zinnias are going to go perfect with that. Now this product, I am so sad. Even it's just in the pre-order stage, but it's already unavailable. If you're a demonstrator and you went and you didn't order it right away and you went in to try to get it, I bet you were terribly, terribly annoyed that it already was on unorderable. This one's not orderable, and the Latte Love is also not orderable, and that one's really good too. I'll get to that one eventually. But it's just a temporary setback. They are coming. So February 26th, they'll be ready for that end of our pre-order. And then in March, all of these things are online exclusives. So they're all going to be available then for everybody. So I'm showing this to you basically to make sure those of you who are not demonstrators, get ready. You are going to want this, and you're going to want to order it quick because it is going to be gone. This is going to be gone. I don't know if this is something they will get back. The last time they had a product like this for an online exclusive, it went fast and they didn't get it back again, and you were out of luck if you didn't order it. So for this one's slightly the oversized. These are more normal over here. This one's actually 4 3/4 across by 6 1/4 because I wanted to put a little bit more of a mat underneath. I wanted to have a couple of layers. My cutting board blade is kind of keeping some of these fuzzy edges, you know, happening. So we've got a big piece of that. And then coming down 1/4 inch. Now this one should be 4 1/2 by 6. Okay, so we've got our melon mambo there, very oversized. Still gonna fit in an A6 envelope. That's mostly what I use is A6. And I've sourced those out in various places, so you can hunt them down. They used to even carry them a lot at Hobby Lobby, and I don't know if it's just my local Hobby Lobby or what, but I haven't been able to find any A6 envelopes there for some time. And they sometimes would have them in colors there, so I was sad to see that they're not. I don't know if A6 is a hard. Why would it be a hard size to make? I have no idea. I do have an envelope template, and I'm not sacrificing this DSP, but when I have DSP, I'm happy to sacrifice. I do make envelopes out of my template. All right, so this is Mango Melody. We're going to put that on here. So we've got all kinds of different mats. Oops, I don't want to put it there. I actually want to put it here. And again, this is what you're seeing. These are just the ends. These are my scraps. I am just working with scraps today just to show you, just keep your stuff. Don't keep it forever. Like this is the smallest scrap I probably save is this size. This Mango Melody size. This is 5 5/8 by 2 3/8. That's the smallest size that I would save. And I would normally maybe put this on, this is a pretty big one. Maybe we'll do some dimensionals on this. I could put a nice ribbon under there. There's a variety of things that you can do if you want to just kind of change up your design just a little bit. But I am going to have a pretty heavily layered flower here. And my flower is going to have all these purples and all, ending with this pink. So I'm going to want it on my label and on the pink. So I'm actually not using these little strips that I kind of saved from what I was working on before when I cut all these out. But anyway, having said that, I like this paper so much, and I like these flowers so much. I don't really want a lot of ribbon and bling distracting from it. So this flower all on its own is gonna give me some height. So I think we're gonna just glue all of these down. These are the kind of things you think about when you're making cards. And you want to think about how much height you are willing to have in your envelope. If you put more than one dimensional on stuff, so if you layer it doubled and it's got not just one level of dimensional, but a double because you piled a dimensional thing on top of another dimensional thing. When you come to that, you're gonna have to be paying extra postage. So just for you to be aware, those are the kind of things you think about. You know, like how much postage do I really want to put on it? So that's why I'm not putting dimensionals on that. I want that to, the flower is going to be the layer. That's just flat and it looks fabulous. Now this is a little bit skinnier one. Okay, because these were all the same size. but I thought I'm going to try this one a little skinnier because I'm layering my Mango Melody onto the Melon Mambo. Man, it's hard to say that 4 times fast. I'm putting a very skinny layer on there. It's going to be very, very skinny. Skinny little border is really what I'm saying here. So I don't have a ton of Mango Melody left. And it's not crushed curry. I know you're probably thinking it kind of looks like crushed curry. It's not. The crushed curry was very muddy, mustardy, and it's okay. And Bumblebee too. It's not, Bumblebee is closer, but Mango Melody just has a little bit more orange to it, and it really lends itself nice to any of these flowers that typically have an orange center. So zinnias generally do have an orange center. Some flowers are going to have more of a brown, like the Rudbeckias, the Black-Eyed Susans, you know, cone flowers. Why am I freezing? I'm not freezing here. It must be my computer. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'll have to find myself over here in a minute and see why my feed is freezing, but it is. And then this, again, we're going to do our berry burst on top of our Mango Melody, and we are just doing a very skinny border. So whatever size cards you want to start with, figure out the largest size you want to begin with. And then generally every little colored mat, like I wanted 3 colors in this. So we're doing 3 colors because these are very, you know, I wanted all of the colors from my flower in the mats. So normally you would have, each size would be 1/4 of an inch smaller, and you would end up with a 1/4 inch mat, but I'm doing 1/8 on these. So we've got, this one is starting out at 4 1/8. That's this size at the bottom, and skinnier and longer. This is 6 1/4. Okay, so this is more, this is not a slim card. It's just a skinnier, you know, regular card. So 4 1/8 by 6 1/4, but I'm going down just an 1/8. So this one, instead of 4 1/8, is going to be 4 inches. Okay, for your Mango Melody. And then the Mango Melody, this direction is 6 1/8. And then your berry burst, of course, is 3 7/8. And then this way it is 6 inches. Okay, so for this one, I didn't want to cut this. I'm going to just layer it without a mat at all. It looks pretty good just as is. So you don't have to mat everything. This card's so skinny that you can't really get a good mat under it without it just having too many colors all going all over the place. So there we go. All right, so all 4 cards, all assembled except for the flower and the sentiment, and for the base card that I would make to put underneath each one. Okay, now before I put the flowers together, let's talk about this one. I've got my little bunnies out here. This is from Easter Friends. This is a retired Easter set that I love. I love this little bunny and the duck and the chick. They're too cute. So I pulled that little bunny out. I might be using him. This is our Easter bunny that's actually current in the main catalog, and I've already got this little guy ready to go. I don't know if I'm going to use him or the other bunny, but these are the 2 sets that I pulled out that I'm using. Now this is the Zenia folder that comes with this. And what I did is I took a piece of vanilla cardstock and cut it to, I assume this is, you know, I just cut it in half. So it's 6, this one's actually pretty big. This is a a little bit bigger than 4.5 by 5 3/4, because this folder is 6 by 6, but I knew I wasn't going to end up with a 6 by 6 piece for my card. What I did is I didn't sponge this or do anything with it initially. I just embossed this with the folder, this very vanilla, and then I took a blending brush and I took first of all Moody Mauve, and just kind of using the pad with not the blending brush, I just scraped it a little bit just to get the flowers a bit, and then I used my blending brush so I could go right in there. And just using that blending brush, just a little bit, put green on the leaves like you're seeing me do. I'm not doing it because I've already done it. You just have to be very light and very careful. You can use, another thing that you can use, you can just cut up little sponges, but those are harder to manage than you would think. We also have the little finger daubers. I don't have one handy, but if I want to just do a little spot here and there, I would use those. But because I was making a lot of orangey color here, I did Moody Mauve, and then I did Bubble Bath over most of it. Then I took my green and did the leaves, and then after that I took Daffodil Delight and just went over the whole flower, starting in the center and, you know, focusing on the centers to make those more yellow with Daffodil Delight. But the Daffodil Delight kind of blended in to the Bubble Bath and that Moody Mauve, and made this beautiful kind of apricot color for my zinnias. You can do any color zinnia. Seriously, zinnias are so versatile. They have every color. They come in every color, so you can do anything you want. So then all I need to do is decide, do I want this to be a standard card size? Yes, I think I do. Let's see how much we're going to cut off. That would be 4 1/4, and that's not cutting off too much. I'm going to turn this over. If I try to cut on the side that's raised, my blade can catch on the parts that are raised and tear it. So it's actually better if you turn it over. So we're going to make this card. We actually want this to end up being about 4 1/8. So we're going to start. Oh, I think it's torn just. It is a tiny bit right there. So we're going to move beyond it. I'm going to pull my blade to the center of my card and start it there. And if you start on the edge, it can actually tear more. It's more likely to tear there. So start in the center, move your way out, and then if you've embossed it, it's not gonna catch it so much and tear. 4 1/8. So that means we have just a hair on this side that I kind of want to get. That side's looking pretty solid. So I can pull a little bit of it off, but you need to be careful if you're cutting very much. You know, if you're only cutting a little bit, it's a little bit harder to do when you're using an embossed piece to do that. Now, that's partly because this is a slider cutter. If your cutting board is one of the guillotine types, the only thing that is hard with the guillotines is to keep it nice and straight. Sometimes those do not cut as straight as these slider ones, but they tend to not tear the paper as much. At least they shouldn't. Okay, so we've got 4 1/8, and then we're going to want to end up with 5 3/8, which will be here. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off of the top. Again, I'm putting it down in the center and pulling it out so that I'm hopefully not. You can see it came apart in parts because this is a deep 3D embossing folder, and it really does, it embosses it so well
that if you're messing with it too much with ink and you know, moving it around, it can kind of disintegrate a little on you. So you do need to be a bit careful. Once you've embossed it, you don't want to be cutting it too much without being careful. All right. That looked like it peeled away right there where that leaf was. It did a little. All right, so now we're going to cut this. This is actually Blackberry Bliss. Let's do this one. This is already at 5 1/2. Let's go 4 1/4. Let's see if that's going to be a big enough. Yes, it is. It's very dark. If I wanted to do Moody Mauve, that would probably work too. But I think because I really want this to stand out, I'm doing it a little bit dark on the edge. So that's why I'm doing that. Now, if I'm tempted to make that stand out more, then I might want something orangey underneath. But, you know, because I've got some kind of apricot color going there, I'm going to pull out our pale papaya instead of another sheet of Mango Melody. And let's have a little peek at this. I think I might like that instead of Mango Melody. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece of pale papaya, slightly bigger. Instead of going 5 1/2, let's do 5 5/8 and 4 3/8. Okay, and then we're going to see if that's going to be my 1/8 inch border or not. Enough to, I might want it just a bit bigger than that. Bit bigger. Let's do, we've got it 5 1/8 or 5 1/2. Oh, 5 1/2. That wasn't quite 5 1/2. That's, or this is the shorter side probably. Let's go a little bigger here. 5 3/4 by 5 1/2 or 4 1/2, and then I'm gonna see how much of an edge I want to take off, if any. No, I think that's what I want. So 5 3/4, and then that'll give me a nice apricot edge to really bring out those zinnias. Isn't that nice? That little Blackberry Bliss, though, really makes it look good. I love that paper. It's so pretty. So the embossing folder that comes with it is really, really pretty. And the suite itself has got everything you're going to want in it. So when you are able to order that Simply Zinnia suite, again, it's going to be in next week. I think Monday is when it's scheduled to get a whole bunch more. So it should be orderable, but I would definitely get in there and get it right away, because it's definitely, this one's going to sell out, especially just, there are a lot of people like me living in a wintry place that are thinking spring flower thoughts. And you're gonna want this. These embossing folders are about the best card crafting bang, you know, big bang for your limited dollar. You can do all kinds of things with them. Perfect. All right, so now that's nice and secure, and I don't have to baby that along quite so much. Okay, I love it. So pretty. Okay, now my big bunny's going in this zinnia field. The little bunny, he would work, but I really like the big bunny. So if you're able to have had the Easter Friends, that's where you're finding this. Otherwise, if you're just buying something new, this guy could go in here with his friends. There's 3 bunnies on this one, so you could get 3 bunnies in there, but we're going to go ahead and just do my little Easter friend. He's so cute. All right, so we just need a nice label to go under him. And I don't think I want this color. I think we're gonna want this color. It's gonna pop with that. So let's set this aside here for a second. Let me grab my machine out. We've got the dies. These dies are called Thoughtful Expressions. And if you don't want a circle, but you want a circle shape, they're really nice. So let's put our Blackberry Bliss here. And we'll cut that. I'm glad to see there's no wind out there. Boy, that wind is the thing. Why is this? Oh, that's my... Why did I grab that? That's my embossing folder. Cutting board. The embossing cutting board's not going to fit. It does not work. So, ooh, that was tight. And that's because it was the wrong one. All right, so while we're here, though, before I do anything else, let's take the next sized die down, and we will we'll do white with that so that I can stamp on it. It would help if I have it in the right order. Okay, normally you would stamp and then cut, but I'm gonna go ahead and just run this through. I have this right here. Are you getting ready for Easter? Hope so. It's gonna be early this year, you know. This year Easter is in March. That always, when Easter's in March, that always seems so early to me. Way too early. Isn't that cute? So then you're gonna just figure out. Now you could do very vanilla. Maybe I should grab some very vanilla. I think it might actually look better with very vanilla. Let's grab a piece. I should have cut it out from that. Definitely. We'll save that label, but I think I definitely want very vanilla. FedEx guy's here. I wonder what he's bringing. I've got some things at Menards I need to go pick up. Normally I don't order things to go pick up at the store. Oh, he's got that's my coffee syrup. Yay. Our coffee syrup, when we lived in Washington, I didn't have to order my coffee syrup because there was a store that carried it. And, but here, there's nobody that carries coffee syrup. Not all the different kinds that Jeff and I like, especially me. He pretty much is an almond only guy, so. But they don't carry almond anywhere here. I would, even if it was just for Jeff, I'd have to be ordering it. Okay, that's gonna look so much better. Okay, so we've got our little bunny. I'm gonna go ahead and put in Enjoy All the Little Moments would be good, but we're gonna probably go with Happy Easter. I don't know if I can fit it on. It's kind of large. Oh, no. With this one, I'm going to use this one. May your days blossom with joy and happiness. That'll be good for the inside of the card. Let's do Happy Easter on the outside here. So cute. Don't we have another Easter? Yes, we have Excellent Eggs. The bunny in that one is designed to be inside the eggs. And I've done some of those and they're cute, but I didn't want to. All right, what I'm going to do is just have to. We're going to do this in stages. Okay, so we've got Not Rich Razzleberry. Blackberry Bliss is what we want to match. You can see how weird look at that. It is so weird. Why is this fungusy stuff growing on my pad all the time? It's so annoying. I mean, it's super growing. I'd have to have a blade to cut it off. And what's happening is every time, this is not happening with all of my ink pads. Just the same ones over and over again, and it's ruining my pads. So much so that Blackberry Bliss, I think the next time I ink you, I'm gonna grab Stampin' Up sells ink spots, and I think I'm gonna have to go with a uninked pad and try it, because this is just like I'm not even able to clean this off. It's so bad. Look at that. Huh. It's like tearing my pad. If you have this, mine are old enough that I can't get a new Stampin' Up one. The time limit is 2 years. So there is a 2-year guarantee. If this happens to me under the 2-year warranty, so I should be saving my information. But if this happens to you, tell them you want a new one and demand a new one, because this is ridiculous. All right, so let's see if I can get a decent impression here. I don't know if I can. Yeah, that's gonna work. You make do. Okay, so happy right there. That is really, that pad, it really looks bad. I mean, that's the worst. I think that's the worst I've seen it. I haven't opened it in a long time because I knew it was having that issue, so I just haven't been using it. Okay, happy. I have to find a spot that's relatively clean. Here, let me get flick my weird fungus off a little bit, and then go Easter with the other side. That is so gross. Now, when you get ink on here like this, when you rock it, make sure that you're confident you can either lay that stamp down very straight or clean it off like I just did, or you're gonna be in trouble. Okay, so we're gonna go Easter on the side here. And I'm cleaning that off really good because, wow. Blackberry Bliss, I'm not happy with you at all. You are really gross looking. Very strange. I'm going to keep that in a separate pocket so I can deal with that later. And that one's done. Now, this, I don't want to cover up my flowers. They're too pretty. So we're going to put our sentiment here, and then we're going to put our bunny here, and that's going to be about it. He's so cute. Now, I do have one ribbon that is actually really nice, and I think it'll go really well here. Let's pull it out. This goes with, I don't know if it goes with our Zenia set, but it has these cute little polka dots. It is really cute. I do really like this ribbon. Let's see how it ties. I haven't tried it yet. This is the first time. Oh, it's that jute. Sometimes this ties okay, sometimes it doesn't. We've got our polka dots only on the one side. Oops, I'm going to need a longer piece. Okay. Let's see. You can build a bow without doing a regular tie, and you might want to with this thick ribbon, but for now, let's see how it ties. Okay, it actually does tie pretty well. I don't want it to be big. Oh, you're cute. Like that. You're so cute. Because this is white polka dots instead of vanilla, I think we'll save that and maybe use it somewhere else. Oops, did I get ink on there? Oh, my hands. Wow. I've got Blackberry Bliss all over my fingers. Look at how much is all over. Oh, it was in my nail. Oh, for heaven's sake, look at that. Oh, sheesh. I'm going to have to do a major cleanup here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, for heaven's sake. I should have checked that ink pad because I just did major surgery on it, and now I've got tons of Blackberry Bliss all over my fingers. I'm surprised I didn't get more on that card. Blackberry Bliss is one of those colors that just keeps going and going and going when you get it on stuff. It's one reason that it really stains up those photopolymer stamps. Okay, boy. I feel the need for major wash up in the bathroom here. This isn't quite doing it because I've got like tons under my nail. Oh, sheesh. Criminy. I'm going to have a pink fingernail for ages here. Okay, we're going to go on anyway. I feel very inky. Let's go ahead and put dimensionals underneath this so we can move along because I still want to finish those other cards. And we will. We will be done before too long. These black ones. We'll put them on the bottom here. I saw this morning a nice little hawk. He was a little one. He was so cute up in the tree. Thankfully, he didn't spy anything down there to attack. It's always interesting to watch the other birds when there's a hawk in our tree, or a hawk, or I guess, what else have I seen? I guess just pretty much hawks. The buzzards don't really land. They kind of just keep soaring overhead. Okay, I think we only have that tiny, almost a spot there, so I think we're good. And so I can just glue this on here. Little happy Easter. I wonder if our Excellent Eggs has Hoppy Easter. That's always kind of cute. I still feel like I'm getting ink on things. And little bunny. And we're going to have to put the bow on here to cover up my ink. All right, so very good. We'll put a dimensional underneath the bunny on that one side, just where his little foot is going to be. And then we'll put some glue on this side where he's going to be on top of the label. He can barely fit there. And then we'll put our glue on our bow and clip it. Oh, you're so cute. Put our glue on our bow right there over my spot. And then we're going to clip it and set that aside to dry. And then we'll build up our flower. Okay, so all of these flowers are going to build the same way. So I'm going to work on all of them alone, but I'm going to do this one with you, and then we'll call it a day, because you don't want it to be too, too much. So on the bottom one, what I did is you've got two dies. One that's a fat petal die and one that's a skinny petal die. And then you have your centers, your little ring, usually is a separate color. In the DSP, they are showing this with a brighter yellow, and then this one with more of a pumpkin pie color. Okay, so I did one of the skinny ones for this flower and two fat ones so that I can get all the layers. Because if you look at your zinnias, that's the great thing about these newer zinnias. Now, some of the older zinnias also had layered colors, but much less so than they do now. Those Zahara and Profusion zinnias, they just have so many. So I just keep moving the die after I've cut it out. I'm just moving it around. I don't want it to be right on top, but I just keep moving it until I find the perfect spot for the petals to be peeking through. Now it's not perfect. Like this one is one of the few that you're not gonna find with either one, this one or this one. It's not gonna, at least in my view, I didn't find a perfect spot. That's as perfect as it's gonna get. So that's where that one's gonna be. I'm gonna put glue on this one. Okay, we'll put that together there. And this petal is the one that kind of sticks out funny, matches this petal. So presumably it should be right on top of there, but that's why I'm saying I just move it. Keep moving it. You want to see some of the other colors underneath there. Okay. So just keep moving it until you find the spot that you think your flower looks perfect. That's pretty good right there. And so this, I would call these dies, these are flower builder dies. There are leaves under there too in that box, but I am not doing the leaves. The flower alone is going to be plenty because I want my, I do want the, a sentiment under here. So you could pop it up with a dimensional, but I'm going to just glue it because I do want this little ring to be on there too. Figure out which side you think should be the top. And then you want it to look like it's looking up. Okay, that centerpiece would not go this way. The shorter lines are the ones that are on the top. These are slightly longer than these. So that's why, this one's the top. And then your little, I've got fuzz on my glue inked up hands. Okay, so now we're putting the same thing. These are bigger stars, these are smaller stars. So the smaller ones are on top because they're a little farther away from you, is the idea. Okay, so there's our little flower. And then we've already got one already cut. So we'll use it. Stick that there. We're going to put a zinnia here. And then I want my sentiment. Where's my zinnia stamp set? Let's find it. All right, Simply Zinnia. Ooh, I love this one because it says sending flowers and thinking of you. Perfect. Words fail to express my gratitude. I really like how gratitude is really large font. Thank you so much. All right, so I think a thank you so much is perfect for today. That's a card I'm going to be sending a lot. I also am making a bunch of cards for our church. And that's going to fit right over that little flower perfectly. Now, I do not want to use that Blackberry Bliss. No. I think I'm going to want the pink. The Mango Melody will show, but I think the pink will be fine. And there's lots of this Berry Burst. So instead of Berry Burst, we're going to use Melon Mambo. And we will put our sentiment will fit in right there. Isn't that cute? Thankfully, that stamp is good. That is a good one. And this one, I'm going to move it up. My fingers are very gluey still. They still look like they have Blackberry Bliss on them too. I'm afraid to touch anything with my messy hands. All right, so this is there, this is there. I don't even think you need a ribbon. You don't need a ribbon, you don't need anything. This is pretty much a standalone, so I think I will go ahead and put some dimensionals on it. I don't really want my black ones. Let's see if we've got white ones here. Anyway, this is a beautiful suite. Now, if you go online next week, if you're a demonstrator, and again, get this before it's gone. If you are not a demonstrator, when it comes available in March, get in there and get it. Online only, you will, if you hit happening now, probably it shows up. I'm not sure. It might even come up in the bubbles. We're going to put this like there. And so we can see that. That's the color that's kind of coordinating with this flower. Okay, now the leaves are nice. You could add leaves. I actually didn't want any extra green in that. Let's go ahead and just do 2 of these. So cute. If you buy this suite with me, then you will get 2 stamps on your, because you'll probably, if you buy some paper too, you'll be $100 or more, and you would be able to get 2. Let's double that one now. So we've got, this is layered up above that. You can take your bone folder if you want to, and just slightly curl your little petals. I don't always do this because they're going to get flattened in the envelope. So I don't always do this. But they do, it does curl them nice. Do you remember our daisy set? You could do that with that too. And get these to all kind of curl a little bit. But I need a little extra support. Now that's 2 layers up, so you need 2 of these to get that. Oops, there we go. Get it right on top there. It is 2 o'clock. Time to be done. Today was a pretty fast day. Thank you for watching with me and sharing my videos. I do really appreciate it. And there we go. Stuck on there good and proper. Now for this one, if I was going to right here and now do the base card that's going to go with this. Now that's how I'm going to do all of these flowers. So I'm going to end up with these 4 cards. It only is going to take me 1 hour to do all 4 of these cards and the little bunny card. Okay, that's all done there now. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. And that was just with 2 of those sheets of the DSP. So you are definitely going to want this. Join our team and you get to order the pre-order stuff next week. If you want this Zenia set, you join up. You can put that in your starter kit. Your starter kit is $99 for $125 and the glass mat, or $155 worth of stuff instead of the glass mat. All for $99, free shipping. You get a whole bunch of stuff. So anyway, it's a really good deal. What did that card end up being? Let me find it. I just had it in my hand and then I stuck it there because I wanted to see exactly what are my dimensions here. So I ended up with, this is again 4 1/8. So that means I would cut cardstock 8. It would have to be 8 1/4. Okay, and then scored at 4 1/8 by 6 1/4. And that would be my white base card that I would be putting this on. Now you could put a couple of little, you know, doodads on top there if you like that sort of thing. Some people do. A couple of little pearls might be nice right up there. Any of these little embellishments always are kind of a nice touch. If we do that, we're going to want to do 3. 1, 2, 3. At least. Do at least 3. All right. And that is that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good time. And you are going to have a lovely rest of the day and a finish to the week. And I did not do a rock star card, and I meant to, so I might get to that one later because I really like that set too. That was a really fun one. I already sent all those cards to my relatives. They were so cool. Have a great week. I will see you. Now, next week will be the last week of celebration, so don't miss it, okay? See you then. Bye.